How's it going, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Stuff in Us video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Sony A7 III. We're going to be doing an unboxing, but first I wanted to kind of give you a little background as to why I decided to purchase this particular camera. All the videos that you've seen on the channel so far have all been shot on my Canon 6D camera. I've been doing all of my stuff, photography and videography, with my Canon 6D. I've had it since it first came out. And it's been a really good camera. I've been able to get some really good photos with it, both during the day and at night, along with video too. The video that I have been shooting for like my low light and night light stuff, I've been using CineStyle along with Magic Lantern in my Canon camera. So I kind of modded it a little bit. And I was able to get really good results with some really good prime lenses so far. But recently I've been wanting to do more slow-mo stuff. And unfortunately my Canon 6D can only do 60 frames at 720. So that's just not going to cut it anymore. I needed to be able to do 60 frames at 1080. And I also kind of maybe wanted to start doing some 4K stuff. I haven't really shot in 4K before, but I kind of wanted to dabble in it. And I figured if I'm going to be upgrading now, I might as well get a camera that can do 4K. All right, so open up the box, and in top we have a reference guide. We have a deal for a $100 MasterCard, Sony MasterCard prepaid. I guess you can win $100. You have your warranty, and then you have your instruction manual, both in English and in Spanish, bilingual. All right, let's see. So you're gonna get a Sony camera strap, which is kind of cool. It's branded with your A7, so when you're wearing it around your neck, people know you got a new A7. Oh, check out my A7. All right, so you got that, which is cool. I probably won't use this because I already bought some cool accessories for the new camera. Let's see, you're gonna get a charger that's kind of weird, and your battery. Okay, so a couple of things first. The battery that you're gonna get with the A7 III is the newer updated battery. Now I am doing an unboxing right now so you can kind of see what it comes with, but I have shot some stuff with the camera already, and I did I did a video shoot. It was probably about 4 hours. It wasn't continuous. It was kind of on and off, but I didn't even get to like 50% of this battery. So I was really happy with the lifespan of this battery. I did photos with it the other day, and it didn't even drain at all. So the battery life on this is really good. Now the batteries are expensive, and as of right now on Amazon, they didn't see any third-party batteries for these. These are about 75 bucks a piece. So if you do want to purchase another one, it's gonna cost you around $75. But like I said, depending on how long you shoot for, this battery should be able to last you your whole entire shoot. One of the other things that you may notice is it doesn't come with an actual charging cradle. So one of the things is the cable on this is a really short cable, all right? It's not very long at all, it's pretty short. So one of the things is you're gonna have to charge this like on your desktop, because when you plug this thing in, it isn't really long enough to like plug into your wall and then have your camera on your desk somewhere. You're gonna have to actually have the camera pretty close to wherever the outlet is, which is kind of a bummer because we don't always have room on our desktop, and sometimes we want to charge it. You're on the go and you have to just charge it wherever you can. And if you have to have your camera tethered to this, you're gonna have to have your camera on the floor where someone could possibly step on it, or it's just not good. So I would personally rather have a battery charger, its own charger with the cradle that you could just kind of slip the battery into and kind of just leave it off on its own where it can charge. Now Sony does make one, of course they do, but you're gonna have to purchase that extra. I don't know the cost of that. I'm pretty sure it's a lot though, so I would probably look on Amazon. I think Amazon does have some third-party ones that I think are around like 20 bucks, separate charging cradles. But again, that's an extra fee that you're gonna have to pay, which kind of sucks because all the Canon cameras I've ever bought came with the camera, the charging cradle, and the battery. So that's kind of a bummer that I was kind of like, eh. Okay, and then there's the actual camera, which is pretty cool. Now, this thing is pretty small. If you're someone who's coming from Canon, it's a pretty significant size difference. It's going to be a lot thinner. It's also going to be a lot shorter. So when you have your actual hand on here, if you're someone with bigger hands like myself, your fingers are kind of just going to be hanging off the edge. So I feel like it's really small and it's not beefy enough in my hand. I really like the way the Canon feels. It's big, you know, it has a lot of grip. This is really small. So I would maybe consider, I'm thinking about maybe getting a battery grip, but I don't know. I may not get one. I may get used to this style, but for now, it's just so small. Like I'm always having to figure out like where to put my hands when I hold this thing.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
But yeah, some of the other cool things it has is it has dual card slots, so you can put 2 SD cards in here. Now, one of the other things that you're going to need to purchase with this camera is you're probably going to need to upgrade your SD cards. So that's another thing to take into consideration if you're coming from Canon, depending on what kind of cards you're shooting on. The new cards, they're still like, if you have, like I shoot Sandisk and I still use the Extreme Pros, like the 90 megabit ones. The difference is these have to be U3. So if you look on the front of the card, I have an SD card around here. I'll put it up. I'll put a graphic up here somewhere. The older cards were like U1. The new ones are U3. So you have to make sure that you get the proper card, or else you can't use all of the features in here. So you're going to need to make sure that you have a card that's going to be fast enough. That's going to be the updated one, so that you can shoot quicker photos, and that you can also shoot 4K at full resolution. So you're gonna need to also get another card for that. So those are some things to just consider initially. All right guys, so that's all the stuff that's gonna come with the camera. You're gonna get the neck strap, you're gonna get the charging cable, the battery, and the camera. Some things that you're gonna wanna take into consideration. Again, this does not come with the charging cradle, so if you're gonna wanna charge it without having the battery be in the camera, you're gonna wanna look at charging the charging cradle. I'll have a link to that below. The battery right now, they don't have any third-party ones, so the battery is going to be an extra. If you want an extra one, it's going to be around $75. I'll put a link to that below. The camera itself, you're going to probably, depending on the types of cards you have, I have the U1 cards right now, which aren't fast enough, so you're going to need to purchase the U3 cards. You have dual slots, so you may want to purchase one, or you may want to purchase two. So you're going to want to look into that. And what else to get started? Again, this doesn't come with any lenses. So if you're coming from Canon, if you have an adapter, you can shoot with the Canon lenses. They have different adapters. They have adapters that are just for manual focus lenses. And then they also have adapters that will let you use your automatic focus lenses. So I'll have links to those down below too. What else? Your Canon Flash, if you have a Canon camera and you have a Canon Flash, it will work on this camera, but it will only work in manual mode. I shoot mostly in manual mode anyway, so if you have a Canon Flash, it will work on this camera, so that's one thing that you can save your money on. But if you do like to shoot in TTL, then you will need to purchase a Sony Flash, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the unboxing and kind of the initial talk of this. There's going to be more videos to come in regards to this camera, because I did purchase some other accessories along with a couple lenses for this camera. So yeah, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel. Make sure to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be alerted anytime a new video comes out. Yeah, you can also stay tuned for newer updates as they come along. If you liked the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can leave us a thumbs down. It's all good. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And stay tuned for the next video. All right, till then, see ya.